Family trips can be intimidating. How will the kids react to the new environment, the change in routine, the long hours of travel? You've probably put some thought into the timing of your travel day, planned ahead and packed lots of snacks, and maybe even invested in a few travel-friendly toys or art supplies. But there's one key thing that many parents don't know to do in preparation for traveling with their kids: behavioral rehearsal. This is a technique rooted in behavioral psychology that involves practicing behaviors or roles in advance of a situation to improve performance and comfort levels when the situation actually occurs. It's a game changer in managing children's behavior during trips, reducing stress for parents, and enhancing family dynamics. Let's talk more about the magic of behavioral rehearsal. Behavioral rehearsal is not just about preparing, it's about empowering your children and giving them a sense of familiarity and control over upcoming events. It's very common for children to feel apprehensive or nervous about travel experiences, and this strategy does wonders for easing those concerns. It builds the foundation for experiencing excitement on the day of travel rather than anxiety and worry, which can be displayed as challenging behaviors. This preparation can take many forms, each designed to make the actual travel experience smoother and more enjoyable for everyone involved. We'll run through 4 ways to use behavioral rehearsal to prepare for travel next. First, playing make-believe. Toys like airplanes, trains, and cars can be much more than just fun. They can be educational and very useful in preparing kids for travel. One of the simplest and most effective ways to use behavioral rehearsal is through play. Set up a travel day at home, complete with packed bags, tickets, and a makeshift airplane or car. Use these toys to simulate travel experiences, discussing what happens at an airport, on an airplane, or during a road trip. This tangible form of rehearsal can make abstract concepts more concrete for young minds. Let your imagination soar. Perhaps your couch turns into a bus and you practice loading and finding your seat. Go through the motions of traveling, from leaving the house to arriving at your destination and everything in between. This playful rehearsal can help children understand the sequence of events and reduce anxiety about the unknown. Try to include every aspect of the travel day that you can think of, from stepping over the gap between the jetway and the airplane to being told, we'll start looking for a good exit to pull off the highway when you say you need to use the restroom soon. Expand on the idea of playing make-believe by introducing role-playing different travel scenarios. What happens if our flight is delayed? How do we find our luggage? Role-playing these situations can help children feel prepared for various outcomes and understand that while traveling is fun, it also requires flexibility and patience. It may help you better manage unexpected travel challenges too. Now let's talk about reading and writing books. Children's books about traveling can be a huge asset to help introduce the concept of travel in an engaging and age-appropriate way. These stories often highlight the excitement of discovery while also acknowledging and normalizing feelings of nervousness or fear about new experiences. Plan a trip to your public library and chat with the librarian for suggestions. Grab a few options that feature very similar modes of transportation or destinations to your upcoming trip. A fun book I recommend for airplane travel is Going on an Airplane, a Toddler Prep Book by Amy Kathleen Pittman. You can find the link in the description below. For a more personalized approach, consider creating a book with your child about your upcoming trip. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. You can just cut printer paper into quarters and staple them together to make a little book. Include details about how you'll get there, what you'll see, and what you'll do. As you read the book together, really immerse yourself in the story and act out as many parts of the trip as you can. For example, you might give your child a high five and say, "That's what we'll do every half hour of the road trip to mark our progress," and acknowledge your patience. Creating your own travel preparation book not only serves as behavioral rehearsal, but also as a bonding activity and a keepsake. On to our third category, reviewing photos and videos. Preparing for a trip is a great time to explore photos from previous trips to the same destination or similar destinations. Maybe you even have photos that you took inside the car on a road trip or at the airport when traveling by plane. If not, focusing on the destination gives you a chance to talk about how fun and interesting the trip will be, and an opportunity to initiate a discussion with your child about how boredom during the trip will be completely worth it in exchange for the wonderful time that you'll have at the destination. Technology can be a valuable tool in preparing for travel. Explore YouTube together for videos of kids traveling, or watch a show or a movie that involves a family traveling together. You can even use apps and videos that simulate flight experiences or explore virtual tours of your destination. This can help familiarize children with the new places and travel procedures in an engaging way. All of these tips focus on providing kids with a chance to get familiar with the travel process before you even step out the door for your trip. By reviewing all the details in advance and rehearsing all the motions involved in the travel day, your kids will be teed up for a smooth travel experience. Next, let's touch on answering all their questions. Children are naturally curious, and their questions can range from insightful to amusing. Take the time to answer these questions, no matter how trivial they may seem. Yes, there's a toilet on the airplane, and yes, it flushes just like ours. Oh, plus it's surprisingly loud. This open dialogue reinforces the rehearsal process by addressing concerns and building confidence. The more you prepare in advance, the easier the travel day will be. So go into great detail on every aspect of the trip that you can think of. Next, we'll touch on how to use this strategy for big trips that will involve exposure to different cultures and possibly different languages. And stay tuned, because I want to tell you about how you can use behavioral rehearsal beyond travel in your daily life as a parent too. But first, be sure to like and subscribe if you're getting value out of this video. Okay, now for exploring cultural customs. If your trip will take you to an area quite different from your own, you have the opportunity to add researching and discussing the customs of your destination to your behavioral rehearsal preparation work. What foods are popular? How do people greet each other? Understanding these aspects can make the travel experience more immersive and meaningful, along with minimizing the adjustment when facing so many new things at once. If traveling to a place where a different language is spoken, learn some basic phrases together as a family. This not only prepares children for the interaction, but also instills a sense of respect and appreciation for different cultures. Would you like more ways to improve behavior? There are a number of other steps that you can take to set your family up for success while traveling together, and I'll plan a future episode to cover more of those. In the meantime, to further support your travel efforts, download my free resource, 5 must-have tips for better behavior today. These practical tips can provide additional strategies for enhancing behavior not just during travel, but in everyday life. Finally, let's touch on a new horizon in family preparation. Behavioral rehearsal isn't just a strategy, it's a comprehensive approach that encompasses various activities and preparations to ensure the travel experiences are positive and developmental for children. By incorporating behavioral rehearsal into your travel preparations, you're not just setting the stage for a smoother trip, you're fostering an environment of understanding, patience, and cooperation. This proactive approach can significantly decrease the stress often associated with family travel, allowing everyone to enjoy their destination and journey. You may be wondering how this approach can be used in other aspects of your parenting practice, and that is an excellent question. Behavioral rehearsal is a key psychology principle that can be applied to many aspects of your family life, from big events like getting ready for the first day of school to more commonplace occurrences like dining out at your local favorite family-friendly restaurant. Just as with travel preparations, the key components are planning ahead, anticipating possible new experiences that could be surprising or challenging, and practicing responses to them in the comfort and safety of your home. Kids feel more confident and have better behavior when they know what to expect from a situation. For example, okay, now that we've gotten you settled into your new classroom, it's time for mommy to say goodbye. Remember, we practiced this part where you'll give me a big hug and then I'll wave for goodbye and then I'll greet you with another huge hug at pickup. What other situations can you think of where a little preparation and practice can help ease the experience for your child? Drop me a line in the comments to share your ideas. Now, if you like the idea of improving your family dining out experience by using behavioral rehearsal and other incredibly useful strategies, you're in luck, because I have a whole episode dedicated to that topic. Just click on screen to watch it now, and keep up the good work on your amazing parenting journey.